The Shadows of Lagos Part 1. The streets of Lagos were full of life. The kind of chaos only a city of millions could have. Honking cars, street hawkers shouting to sell their goods, and the sound of sirens mixing with Afrobeat music from nearby cafes. Neon signs reflected in puddles left from last night's rain, making the wet pavement shine with different colors. Precious moved quickly through the crowd, holding her portfolio tightly. Every step had to be careful because the sidewalk was uneven. Small cracks and puddles could easily ruin the design she had stayed up all night working on. Today was important. It was her first meeting with a possible investor, someone who might help take her fashion line across the country. Her heart beat fast, almost in rhythm with the busy city around her. Then it happened. As if the city wanted to test her patience, she bumped into someone. Her sketches fell from her hands and scattered across the ground like leaves blown by the wind. She quickly bent down to gather them, but another pair of hands was already helping her pick them up. Strong, careful hands. "I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention," she said quickly, her cheeks turning warm with embarrassment. The man looked up. Their eyes met, and for a short moment the loud sounds of Lagos, the horns, shouts, and engines seemed to fade away. His dark eyes were calm but curious, as if he could see more than most strangers did. "It's okay," he said gently. "Here, let me help." He handed her the sketches, and their fingers touched for a brief second. It was a small moment, but Precious felt a strange spark run through her. Her chest tightened in a way that had nothing to do with the collision. "I'm Daniel," he said as he stood up, giving her a small, crooked smile. "Precious," she replied, still trying to catch her breath. "And thank you, again." Daniel looked around for a moment, his eyes moving through the crowd as if he was checking something. "Lagos isn't always safe," he said quietly. "Let me walk you home, just to be sure." Precious paused. She had always been independent. She never relied on strangers and rarely allowed people she didn't know to get close to her. But something about Daniel made her hesitate. There was something interesting about him, but also something that made her slightly uneasy. Still, curiosity won. As they walked together, the city seemed different somehow. Neon lights reflected in shop windows, and somewhere nearby a street musician was playing a soft guitar. The sound followed them as they moved through the busy street. Precious noticed the way Daniel looked at her when she talked. He really watched her, paying attention to small things, her smile, the way she pushed her hair behind her ear. "You're a designer?" he asked, nodding toward the sketches she was holding. "Yes," she said, her voice becoming stronger. "It's my life, my dream. Every sketch. It's a piece of me." Daniel nodded slowly, studying the designs before looking back at her. "I can see that," he said. "Your passion. It's rare." Precious felt a light blush rise up her neck. Compliments from strangers usually didn't mean much to her, but something about Daniel's voice made his words stay in her mind. By the time they reached her apartment gate, the sun was already setting behind the Lagos skyline. The sky was filled with orange and purple colors. Daniel stopped walking and looked at her. His expression showed both caution and something deeper. "I should go," he said, a little hesitation in his voice. "But I hope I'll see you again." Precious smiled, her heart beating in a way she hadn't felt in a long time. "I hope so too," she said softly. Daniel turned and walked away, slowly disappearing into the crowd. Precious stayed at the gate for a moment, watching him leave. It surprised her how someone she had just met could leave such a strong impression. Across the street, someone stood watching. The person's eyes could be seen faintly in the reflection of a shop window, and inside Daniel's coat pocket was a folded note. A warning: beware the ones who know your heart before you do. And just like that, the first thread of a story that would pull Precious into danger. Love and secrets had begun.